Good morning, everyone. Our topic for today is lesson 4-2. Estimate the product of a decimal and a whole number. You will find this lesson on page 171 up to page 174 from your book. Here are the learning objectives for today's lesson. You're going to use rounding and compatible numbers to estimate the product of a decimal and a whole number, and solve more problems involving estimating product of a decimal and a whole number. Let's analyze this problem. Renee needs 32 strands of twine for an art project. Each strand must be 1.25 centimeters long or 1 and 25 hundredths centimeters long. About how many centimeters of twine does she need? Solve this problem any way you choose. So let's analyze this student's work. As you can see, Fabian's work round 1.25 to 2. So he rounded 1.25 to 2 before multiplying by 32 and provides a reasonable explanation for doing so. So 1.25 is between 1 and 2. It is closer to 1, but that would be underestimate. So I will round 1.25 to 2 to get an overestimate. So 2 multiplied by 32 is 64. So Renee will need less than 64 centimeters of twine for the project. But for Gianna's work or Janice's work, 1.25 is close to 1 centimeter. So 1 multiplied by 32 is 32. So Renee will need about 32 centimeter of twine for the project. So Diana or Jana rounds 1.25 to the nearest whole number before multiplying and provides a written explanation. Now, what are some ways to estimate products with decimals? Let's analyze this problem. A wedding planner needs to buy 16 pounds of sliced cheddar cheese. About how much will the cheese cost? So the cost per pound is $2.15 and she buys 16 pounds of sliced cheddar. So to find the answer, okay, we're going to use rounding the first way. Because we're going to find out the estimated answer, so I will use rounding as my first strategy. So round each number to the nearest dollar. The nearest dollar is the nearest whole number, which is 2. What is the rule? If it is followed by less than 5, no need to add 1. So 2 is the same as 2, and the rest of the digit becomes 0. So it becomes 2.00 or 2. Then 1 followed by 6, so we need to add 1 to 1, so 1 becomes 2 and the rest of the digit becomes 0. That's why 2.15, when I round to the nearest dollar, the answer is 2, and 16 when the answer is 20. Then multiply. 2 multiplied by 20 is $40, so that is my estimated answer. The other way is using compatible number. Compatible numbers means you need to adjust the number that can easily multiply. And the numbers that can easily to multiply, the numbers must be ends with 0 or 5. So here, I will adjust the number from 2.15, it becomes 2. And 16, it becomes 15. So it ends with 5. And this one is a whole number, so this one is easy to multiply to 15, so no problem, even if it is not ends with 0 or 5. So 2 times 15 is $30, so that is another estimated answer. Another example, Manuel walks a total of 7,500 miles to and from school each day. If there have been 105 school days so far this year, about how many miles has he walked in all? So if I'm going to use the rounding method, I will round to the nearest whole number. The nearest whole number is 1. Now, teacher, is it possible that I'm going to round to the nearest tenths and I'm going to round this to the nearest whole number? Yes, no problem. Okay, so 105, I did not change, but 0.75, I'll round to the nearest whole number. 0 is followed by 7, and this becomes 1. So 105 multiplied by 1 is 105. How about the compatible numbers? So 105, I will adjust compatible numbers. All numbers must be end with 0 or 5 because these are the easiest number to multiply. But if it's only one digit multiplying to the number that ends with 0 or 5, it's okay, no problem. As long as when you adjust the number, it should be nearest to the given number, to the original number. Okay? So 100 multiplied by 0.8. So if I'm going to multiply 100 multiplied by 0.8, the other estimated answer is 80. Now, number one, there are about 20 school days in a month. About how many miles does Manuel walk each month? So write an equation to show your work. So the possible answer is about 15 miles because 20 days multiplied by 0.75. So 20 multiplied by 0.75, the exact answer is 15. But there is another way. You can make 0.75 as 1. So 20 multiplied by 1 is equivalent to 20. Those are the possible answers. Number 2. Without multiplying, which estimate in the another example do you think is closer to the exact answer? Of course, using the compatible numbers because you're going to adjust 0.75 to zero point 0.8 and zero point 0.8 is closer to 0.75 than 1. Okay? Now, let's estimate number 3. If I'm going to use compatible numbers, this becomes 100 and this becomes zero point 0.9. So 100 multiplied by 9, my possible answer is 90. If I'm going to round to the nearest whole number, this becomes 1 and multiplied by 112. So 112 multiplied by 1 is 112. So those are possible answers. Using rounding, 112. Using compatible numbers is 90. Another, I will use rounding to the nearest whole number. This is the same as 104. Multiply by the whole number is 0. So whole number is 0, so the answer is 0. So that is not because this is multiplying by 0.33. That is not reasonable. So to make it reasonable, I will make the compatible method. I will make this as 100 and this becomes 0.30. I will adjust 0.33 to 0.30. So 100 multiplied by 0.30. So two movements going to the left, going to the right rather. So two movements going to the right. So the answer is 30. Possible estimated answer is 30. Another, number 5. If I'm going to use rounding to the nearest whole number, this becomes 9. Then this is 80. So 9 multiplied by 80 is 720. If I'm going to use compatible numbers, it's the same. This is nearest to 9 and this is nearest to 80. So 9 times 80 is 720. Next, if I'm going to use rounding to the nearest whole number, this becomes 1 times 24 is 24. But if I'm going to use compatible numbers, this is nearest to 0 0.5 and this is nearest to 25. So 25 multiplied by 0.25 is 5 regroup 2. That is equivalent to 12. Then I have one decimal that is 12.5. Or you just simply change 0.54 to 0.5 multiply by that is nearest to 20. So 20 multiplied by 0.5 that is equivalent to 10. So those are the possible answers. Now, why 12? Because I need to change 0.54 into 0.6. Okay, that is nearest to 0.6, then I will multiply into 20, so the answer is also 12. So these are the possible estimated answer. Next, 33.05 multiplied by 200. If I'm going to round to the nearest whole number, this becomes 33 and this is 200. So 33 times 2, that is 66. Then you have two zeros, so the answer is 6,600 possible. Now, why my answer here is 6,000? Because I'll just change this into 30. If I'm going to use compatible numbers, then multiply by 200. Okay, so the answers may vary. It depends upon to the strategy that you are using, if it is rounding or compatible numbers. And for number 8.79, if I'm going to use rounding to the nearest whole number, this is 1. 1 times 51 is 51. But if I'm going to use compatible number, I will make this as 1 and I will adjust this into 50. So 1 times 50 is 50. Or you can make 0.80 multiplied by 50. So it's the same. Next, it's your turn. Pause the video and answer the given question. Time is up. Let's check your answers. The possible answers are number 9, 10, number 10, 180. Number 11, 8,000. Number 12, 37. Number 13 is 8. Number 14 is about 600. Number 15 is about 4. And number 16 is about 75. Let's answer the mathematical practices and problem solving. About how much money does Stan need to buy 5 t-shirts and 10 buttons? If I'm going to round 1.95, this becomes 2, nearest to 2, and 12.50 is nearest to 13. So how many t-shirts? 5. So 13 multiplied by 5. And how many buttons? There are 10. So 2 times 10 is 20. And 13 multiplied by 5 is 65. So 65 plus 20. So the possible answer is about $85. And Joseph buys a pair of shorts worth 17.95. So 17.95 is the cost of a shorts. Then 4 t-shirts. So it means 13 multiplied by 4. So this must be 12, regroup 1, 52. So $52 for 4 t-shirts and 17.95 for shorts. So if I'm going to round 17.95, this is nearest to 18. So 52 plus 18. So this is 10 to group 1. So he spent about $70. Now, why here is about $68? Because 52, if I'm going to round this, it becomes 50. If I'm going to adjust 52, it becomes 50. Then if I'm going to adjust 17.95, it becomes 18. So 50 plus 18 is 68. So 70 or 68 possible answer. Number 19. Marcy picked 15.8 pounds of peaches at the Pick Your Own orchard. Each pound costs $1.28. About how much did Marcy pay for the peaches? Write an equation to model your work. So the sample answer is $26 because 20 multiplied by 1.30 because I need to round or adjust 1.28 to 1.30 to get the best estimated answer. Next, number 20. Joshua had $20. He spent $4.58 on Friday, $7.48 on Saturday, and $3.50 on Sunday. So to get the total number of money that he spent, you need to add 4.58 plus 7.43 plus 3.50. Okay, so 8 plus 3 is 11, regroup 1. 4 plus 5 plus 1 is 10, plus 5 is 15, regroup 1. 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 7 is 12, plus 3 is 15. So he spent 15.51. Then he has $20. So in order to get how much money does he have left, you need to subtract $20, subtract by 51, subtract by 15.51. So this becomes 1, this becomes 9, 9, and 10. 10 minus 1 is 9, 9 minus 5 is 4, 9 minus 5 is 4, and 1 minus 1 is 0. That's why the answer is $4.49. Number 21. Miss Webster works 4 days a week at her office and 1 day a week at home. The route to Miss Webster's office is 23.7 miles. The route home is 21.8 miles. So about how many miles does she drive for work each week? Explain your answer or explain how you found your answer. We just simply add 24 is 22 because 23.7 if I'm going to round that is about 24 and 21.8 if I'm going to round that is nearest to 22. So there are 46 miles each day and she drives 4 days. So 50 I'm going to adjust 46 make it 50 then multiply by 4 that is about 200 miles. Round to the nearest tenth. Which of the following give an underestimate? Where is the tens place? The tens place is 4, 5, 9, 9, and 1. So 4 is followed by 5. You need to add 1, so that is overestimate. 5 is followed by 4, so it becomes lower, so that is underestimate. 9 is followed by 1, so no need to add, so that is also underestimate. 9 is followed by 5, so you need to add 1 more, so that is overestimate. And 1 is followed by 9, you need to add 1 more, so that is also overestimate. So the answers are these two. Next, number 23. Round to the nearest whole number and which of the following give an overestimates. The whole number is 1, 9, 4, 8. We have 12. So 2, 0, 0, 1, 8, and 7. So 11 followed by 6. So 11.6 becomes 12. 9 becomes 10. So it becomes higher. It means that is overestimate. 4 is followed by 4, so no need to add. 8 followed by 3, no need to add, so that is underestimate. 12.9 or 12 followed by 9, it becomes 13, and 0 followed by 9, it becomes 1. So that is also overestimate. 0 followed by 6 becomes 1, and 1 followed by 5 becomes 2, so that is overestimate. 8 followed by 4, so no need to add. 7 followed by 3, no need to add, so that is underestimate. So that's it. Thank you so much and have a nice day.